Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at Internet Computer. So right now, Internet Computer is sitting at $66.13 with a 10.67% increase, continuing to see this market really as a volatile little mid area in the bull market part two. I think, realistically, we're trying to see this great recovery, and we're trying to see how fast we can actually recover to the, maybe $60,000 Bitcoin. I do want to say, though, overall, Internet Computer has been doing very, very well. If we actually take a look at the last 24 hours into the last week alone, the last week we're seeing about a negative 1.89%. However, the last month is definitely going to show you how really far Internet Computer has come. So a 104.21% increase in just the last month alone for Internet Computer. If we take a look, we are sitting around that $27 price point, not too long ago, July 20th. So 66.13, definitely a good price range for Internet Computer. A great jump of 100% in the last month. I do want to take you guys through what Internet Computer is doing recently with news and a couple different articles, and then we'll jump into the price predictions for the end of the year and the end of the bull market. So to start off, let's jump into the actual crypto space as a whole right now. We're sitting at about a 0.43% increase. So Internet Computer doing very, very well, up 10%, really defying the odds against a lot of other great coins in the space. And like I said, guys, we keep you up to date with a lot of different crypto news and price predictions regarding altcoins on the channel like Cardano, Polkadot, Chainlink, so many others. So make sure to quickly like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on to stay up to date with altcoins. We jump into the first thing. We see Internet Computer in the roadmap. Since the Internet Computer's public launch, Dfinity is now one of the major and many contributors to really the network as a whole. Technical contributions to the IC roadmap are subject to community discussion, voting, and approval. If we jump down a little bit, it talks about each life cycle stage, proposed roadmap items, Ethereum and Bitcoin direct integrations, increased canister storage will be voted on via NNS proposals. So the community kind of decides what the foundation is working on and what code is adopted, allowing the IC to evolve in real time. Neuron holders also govern the network and have the ability to direct Foundation's effort in making the Internet Computer more efficient, faster, and easier to use for developers. So one thing you'll notice with Dfinity and Internet Computer as a whole is they always focus on developers. They're always trying to make it easy for developers. They want to continue to grow their ecosystem. They want to continue to grow, and that's exactly why they did this big news. The first $1 million in-grant funding has been awarded to 60 entrepreneurs and developer teams building on Internet Computer through the Dfinity Developer Grant Program. So obviously you can see that their whole goal is to continue to grow this program, continue to grow this ecosystem of ICP. And if we jump down here, you can see the Internet Computer has attracted thousands of devs and 250,000 users of new apps or dApps in the first 10 weeks of launch. Decentralized versions of Reddit, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, Medium, Dropbox, Trello, plus DeFi, NFTs, and games are all running completely on chain. They have a full list of grantees and steps on how to apply really for your own developer grant can be found here. So this is definitely, like I said, definitely a good thing for this ecosystem as it continues to grow. Before we jump into too much more on Dfinity and ICP, I do want to take a quick look at a sponsored post today. This is actually going to be a very, very great idea. Vi Finance is something that I've been looking at for a little while before they contacted me, so it made me happy that they wanted to post on the channel. So Vi Finance offers an ecosystem that is easy to use and accessible for anyone. So you can actually purchase ViFi, and it talks about how all of their features come with simple to use instructions so that users can easily get their money back, or really their money to work for them is what I should be saying. When you get your money to work for you, I guess you do kind of get your money back in a sense. But, yield farming, they have auto harvester, be your own bank, feature coming soon, released during stage 3 development. They have use crypto, obviously pay in fiat and cash coming soon. And then they have transparency. So obviously the key is transparency, and that's what I always say as well on this channel. We always try to keep everything very, very transparent, and I think it's important to do that for your audience, your viewers, or your users as well. And then they talk about their community governance. And, some first, they talk about how the first crypto backed via proprietary trading firm, international markets. They talk about first crypto to use neural net data collection for its liquidity pools, and one of the first adapters of DeFi on the Cardano blockchain. So it's on the Cardano blockchain. A lot of you guys on this channel, you guys follow Cardano. You guys know why Cardano has a long-term future, and this is exactly a great way to actually get involved. So one of the first bridges to ERC20 and BSC chain from Cardano as well. So I will have all links for ViFi down in the description below if you guys want to check ViFi out yourselves and see what all of the craze is about. We jump into the next one though. I do want to see this week Internet Computer reaching an all-time high of 21.41 blocks per second. That's definitely a massive amount of blocks per second, and we are continuing to see it grow. So blocks per second is a metric that speaks to the speed of the Internet Computer, and growing this is definitely something that a lot of people are, glad to see happening. We also see the program supports developers and entrepreneurs across the globe. Here's the Geo Breakdown for 60 grantee teams. So we talked about the developers before, how many different ones are coming on board with these large grants, and just very ease of use and accessibility to these developers. So North America with the top at 25, Europe 19, Asia 11, Australia and Oceania 3, and Africa with 2. So great to have a little bit of a spread out there. I think it's pretty important to have these spread out across multiple areas, just because you are going to have different ideas developing in different areas of the world, because there's different needs and necessities in different areas of the world as well. So there's always a possibility for new ideas and great ideas to come from pretty much any direction of the world. So we also see meeting the first developer and entrepreneur grantees building dApps tooling and infrastructure on the Internet Computer, and that's where we saw this post. And I do want to, like I said, reiterate how big it is to really grow an ecosystem on a coin. I think, if ICP wants to succeed, they're going to continue to give out grants. They're going to continue to see, great projects coming in and really helping them develop and really, focusing on making their platform great. So if we actually take a look at this article as well, it talks about Definity's ICP rebounds, and even as wounds fester from token launch. So over the past month, the token's price has surged 92% in the digital asset markets, signaling a renewed appetite from investors. So a lot of people back in it and involved with ICP, understanding that there's still potential behind it, and right now it's not at an overpriced price point. We talked about how it was overpriced, obviously, at that $750 mark. We actually talked about it probably at $200, $300 on the way up. I was telling everybody, stay away from ICP. ICP is not worth getting into at $200 to $300. I do think we could see $200 to $300 in the upcoming weeks and months ahead. However, realistically, it's just not worth buying at that price, because you're almost guaranteed to see a setback or a downfall, and that's exactly what we saw. If you just take a look at the last month, we came all the way back down to $26.91 from a $750 price point, and I would never wish that upon anybody. So I'll always try to help you guys out through this and give you guys my best thoughts and opinions on the obviously news regarding crypto. So I do want to jump into where we could see it by the end of the year and the end of that really bull market part 2. So a lot of people asking when that end of the bull market part 2 could be. I've stated a couple times, we don't know exactly when that could be quite yet. Obviously, we're still getting just started, in my opinion, with that bull market part 2. We could easily see it lasting until late 2022, early 2022, or even at the end of 2021 if it's a very, very short one, or if we get, if we are maybe already started that bull market part 2 in some people's eyes. But, a lot of us are excited about the future of ICP. I think as we continue to see more apps and really just more projects growing on the ecosystem, we are going to continue to see, success take place. And I think with a 104% increase in the last month, a lot of people are going to continue to get renewed interest in this this coin or this asset altogether. And I think with that, we are going to see ICP easily pushing higher heights for the end of the year. By the end of the year, we aren't going to get $750 in my opinion, but I do think we have a very, very good opportunity of pushing around $150 to $200 by the end of the year. By the end of the bull market part 2, we could easily see prices around $300, and that's going to be a price target for me specifically for Internet Computer by the end of the bull market part 2. So we'll keep you guys up to date through it all. Obviously, like I said, Internet Computer, definitely one I still believe in. I think there's long-term potential behind it. It's just a very, 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 very rough chart that a lot of people want to stay away from right now with that $750 price point. But you have to realize it's always possible to get back to that price as well. So thinking about buying at $27 and getting back to $750, you're going to find a massive return if that does take place. So thank you guys again for tuning in. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on.